Okay, making this video to try to help some people out. So again, the first thing that we're going over right now is 45, 45, 90 triangles. So again, those are talking about the degrees of my triangle, 45, 45, and 90. So copy this equation down over here, because that's going to help us. So again, what we got at today was, put this in words, so I have my hypotenuse is equal to my leg times, that's supposed to be a square root sign, square root of 2. Just like it's displayed in the picture. And so when I go over to my first example, A right here, so they give me the leg, and so I'm going to use this. My hypotenuse is h, so I've just set up as h is equal to 9, which is my leg, times the square root of 2. So I do 9 times the square root of 2 and get 12.7. For the second one, or again, we talked about these both being the same, so this is 9 as well. Over here, again, they give us a hypotenuse, and so since they give us the hypotenuse, I plug in 6 for my hypotenuse. So 6 is equal to x times the square root of 2. Then I divide both sides by the square root of 2 to get x by itself. 6 divided by the square root of 2, and I get 4.2 is equal to x. And since x is 4.2, these would both be the same. So that's my 45, 45, 90. It'll always be my hypotenuse is equal to my leg times the square root of 2, and I'll plug in whatever I'm given in my problem. For the second one, again, this is 30, 60, 90, talking about the degrees of my triangle. So I've got 30, 60, and 90. And then these are the two equations that we're going to use to help us set up each one of these problems. My hypotenuse is equal to my shorter leg times 2. Again, that's just a regular 2, not square root of 2. Then over here we've got longer leg is equal to a shorter leg times, and that is the square root of 3. So again, I'm going to set this thing up on the bottom of this first problem. I've got, so they give me 5, and again, the way that they kind of order these, the shorter leg is always across from the 30-degree angle, the longer leg is always across from the 60, and my hypotenuse is always across from my 90-degree angle. So since the 5 is across from the 60-degree angle, that's going to be my longer leg. So I'm going to use the bottom equation over here. And so I'm going to say 5 is equal to my shorter leg, which is across from the 30, is my d, and then multiply it by the square root of 3. Divide both sides by the square root of 3. Oops. And I get 5 divided by the square root of 3. 2.9. So d is equal to 2.9. And once I know what d is the shorter leg, just like we said there. So if d is 2.9, I guess I'm going to erase this. Then to find the hypotenuse, which is f, I can set it up as f is equal to the shorter leg, which is 2.9, times 2. And so I can get f is equal to 5.8. And that's how you find both of those. Again, for the second one, I'm going to do the same thing. They give me the hypotenuse, so I'm going to use the top equation. So it'll be 6 is equal to, and then shorter leg times 2. Shorter leg is x, x times 2. Divide by 2, so I get x is equal to 3. Once I know my shorter leg is 3, then I can use the bottom equation. So my longer leg, which is z, is equal to 3 times the square root of 3. And so z is equal to, let's see, square root of 3. That gives me 5.2. Just like that. And this last one, just to give you kind of a different example, so I'll make that an x, and make this a 40. give us an example of where they're giving me the shortest leg. 30 is my shortest leg, and so to find out my hypotenuse and to find out my longer leg, I can just plug each of those in. So x is equal to 40 times 2, so x is equal to 80. And then do the same thing. I already have 40 as my shorter leg, and so to find out what my longer leg is, I can do write it up here. Y is equal to my shorter leg, which is 40, times the square root of 3. And so y is equal to 69.3. And those are my two values. Hopefully that'll help. Skip this. There's a homework assignment. First two periods, I forgot to write down the even, so make sure you do 8 through 20 even, not all of them. Okay?